Hello, and welcome. Together we are about to embark on a journey, not across the sun-drenched plains or through the lush canopies of the rainforest, but down, deep down, into the world's most mysterious waters. The ocean, a vast and powerful realm, covers more than 70% of our planet. Yet, we have explored less of its depths than we have the surface of the moon. It is a world of crushing pressure, eternal darkness, and secrets that have been kept for millennia. A world where the line between myth and reality can become astonishingly blurred. In the profound silence of these abyssal plains, life takes on forms both beautiful and bizarre. But sometimes, from these depths, something emerges that defies all our known categories of life. Today, we will examine 10 extraordinary cases where cameras have captured what can only be described as real-life sea monsters. Shocking, unexplained, and utterly captivating. These are not tales from ancient mariners' logs, but modern encounters, documented and debated. We will sift through the evidence, explore the theories, and confront the unsettling possibility that we are not alone in the waters of our own world. Before we plunge into the unknown, I have a question for you. Have you ever been out on the water, perhaps staring into the dark waves at night, and seen something that made the hairs on the back of your neck stand up? Something you couldn't quite explain? If you have, I invite you to share your story in the comments below. Your experience is part of this grand, ongoing mystery. Now take a deep breath. Our descent begins. Our first port of call takes us to the cold, dark waters of the Baltic Sea, a relatively shallow but ancient body of water, known for its brackish composition and rich maritime history. In 2011, Swedish oceanographers from Ocean X were searching for shipwrecks when their sonar detected something utterly perplexing. On the seabed nearly 300 feet down lay a massive circular object about 200 feet in diameter. It was a perfect disc, with rigid lines, right angles, and what looked like a staircase leading to a dark circular opening. People compared it to a spacecraft like the Millennium Falcon, but the reality was far more mystifying. The structure appeared made of stone or concrete, and it sat on a raised pillar. Behind it trailed a long, gouged-out track, as if it had skidded. The sonar images were shockingly clear and unbelievable, igniting a global firestorm of speculation. Was it a natural geological formation or something else entirely? The Ocean X team returned for a closer look. Divers reported electronic equipment malfunctioning when above the anomaly, including satellite phones and cameras. They said the surface felt like rough granite, but was coated in a soot-like layer. Samples were taken, and analysis suggested a metallic rock composition, yet the origin stayed elusive. Geologists suggested a glacial deposit, a remnant of the Ice Age, shaped by millennia of underwater currents and sediment. The object's symmetry, the drag marks, and the electronic interference keep other tantalizing theories alive. Some speculate a previously unknown volcanic rock formation, a natural gas vent that solidified in a bizarre shape, a relic from a long-forgotten civilization, or, most controversially, an artifact not of this world. The Baltic Sea anomaly remains on the seafloor, a silent, circular enigma, challenging our understanding of what lies beneath the waves. In the summer of 2008, the affluent seaside community of Montauk, New York, became the center of a biological puzzle that captured the world's attention. A strange, unidentifiable carcass washed ashore on Ditch Plains Beach, and a photograph of the creature quickly went viral. The animal was mostly hairless, with pale, leathery skin. Its body was dog-like in size, but its features were utterly alien. It possessed a sharp, beak-like snout filled with jagged teeth, and its paws ended in what looked like slender, almost human-like fingers. Speculation ran wild. The creature's bizarre appearance led to a host of theories. Montauk is situated near the Plum Island Animal Disease Center, a highly secure government laboratory that studies dangerous animal pathogens. This proximity fueled dark rumors that the monster was an escaped experiment. However, science often provides more prosaic, though no less fascinating explanations. Zoologists pointed out water decomposition can dramatically alter an animal's appearance. The leading theory is that the Montauk monster was, in fact, the carcass of a raccoon, its features distorted by its time in the sea. Despite this logical explanation, the mystery persists. The original carcass mysteriously disappeared before it could be professionally autopsied, The Montauk monster serves as a powerful reminder of how the ocean can transform the familiar into the nightmarish. Not all sea monsters are born of the deep, some are born of human ingenuity and deceit. Our next case takes us back to the 19th century, a time of grand exploration and even grander showmanship. This is the story of the Fiji mermaid, a creature that tantalized and horrified audiences. It was famously promoted by P.T. Barnum in 1842, billed as a genuine preserved mermaid. That simian upper body was stitched to the bottom half of a fish, a hideous hybrid that blurred lines between human and animal. But it was an elaborate hoax. Not a real creature, but a clever fabrication, likely made by Japanese fishermen decades earlier. He leased the specimen, launched a massive publicity campaign, and created a national phenomenon. A cautionary tale about gullibility, and an undeniable impact on sea monster lore. In the summer of 1997, way out in a remote stretch of the Pacific Ocean, hydrophones picked up a sound unlike anything ever heard before. The sound actually rose in frequency over about 1 minute, and was so loud that sensors over 3,000 miles apart could pick it up. Scientists decided to give it a simple name: the bloop. The sound profile didn't match any known man-made source, or an underwater explosion. It also didn't match geological events. What's really intriguing is that it bore the acoustic signature of a living creature, larger than any animal we know. It would have to be a creature even bigger than the blue whale. Years later, NOAA concluded the bloop was most likely a massive ice quake, an iceberg cracking or scraping the seafloor. While this explanation is widely accepted, the legend still endures. Along the rugged, misty coastlines of the Pacific Northwest, the local First Nations people have legends about this creature. They call it Caddy. In the scientific community, it's been given the provisional name Cadborosaurus wilsey, long and serpentine, a horse-like head, a really long neck, humps or coils that move through the water. What elevates Caddy are photos and video, 1937 images, and Kelly Nash's 2009 footage in Alaska. Several long forms move just below the surface with a distinct vertical undulation. Skeptics suggest seals, a school of fish, or debris. Could a large, undiscovered marine animal hide in these deep, complex channels? On October 25, 1924, eyewitnesses reported 2 orcas fiercely attacking a large, mysterious sea creature, a 47-foot, 10-foot wide carcass covered in dense white fur, seemingly headless, with a trunk-like appendage. It stayed 10 days, no scientist examined it. The tide reclaimed the body, later thought to be a decomposed whale globster. In 2010, photographs resurfaced, confirming a real, fibrous carcass on the beach. Our search now takes us to Antarctica. They call it the Ningen, described as colossal whitish creatures with a disturbingly humanoid form. 5-fingered hands, a face with 2 large eyes and a slit-like mouth. Seen at night, then gone.